نحمد ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير الحمد لله رب العالمين. With the mercy and blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, today we are going to evaluate our daily life. My day, how does it go? What kind of manners do I use? What kind of understanding do I have for social ethics? So, faith in Allah, saying that I am a believer, I am a Muslim, and we are trying to strive to decorate our īmān, going to the level that where we say, yes, I'm a believer, I'm a mu'min. And finally, living the life of ihsan, being like a muhsin. That means that it must translate into ethical conduct, sincere intentions, and responsibility in terms of our actions and our gestures and our speech within the society. So we are going to be dissecting some of these manners, some of these social ethics, and see that how do they incorporate. I'm going to give you a very, very simple example that happened in my home yesterday. All right. My mom's sister is visiting, and we are sitting after food and everything. We are sitting in a lounge, and, we ask her, like, let's, do the sofa a little recline up so that you can be more rested. Your feet are up. And subhanallah, as part of the social ethics, she didn't feel comfortable. She said, you know what? And in our generation, we don't feel like raising our feet up when others are sitting around. But in the times of today, some of the people don't even think about it. They come, they lean back, they look at their phone, they raise their feet, and they sit like that. It doesn't mean that they're disrespecting anybody, but it's just part of manners, how, mashallah, tabarakallah, our salaf salihin, our people, who are very close to the religion, mashallah, you will see them and you will feel so empowered looking at their manners. How many of you agree? Go ahead and type 1, that if you have observed and seen people emulate some beautiful manners, there are certain things which do not qualify in halal or haram, but they make a person's personality really beautiful. Have you ever seen a student bring a notebook to their desk and slam it? Right? So I'm going to, just for the sake, just pretend I have brought my notebook and I go like, and the other option is I bring my notebook, I'm even flipping pages, but you don't even hear a sound. So let's go ahead and type 5, that yes, I can relate to this, and I want to be a person whose manners are really, really beautiful. So even you're typing 5 right now shows me how, mashallah, tabarakallah, you are responsible. You take responsibility that yes, if somebody is working with me, if I am in a classroom, if I am in an online classroom, if I'm online and I'm listening to a speaker, I take this ethics and responsibility on me. I have a question for you. Do you think character is shown by what people see or what no one sees? Give me your thoughts. What do you think? So manners, social ethics, they put together our character. So that's why they say, watch your thoughts, because your thoughts become your words, and watch your words, because your words become your actions, and watch your actions, because they become your character. So, or the other way around also, the energy flows. So do you think it's just about what people see, or is it about not what people see? Thank you for raising your hand. Go ahead.
I would say that the character is not shown more publicly to what people sees, because people would see the appearance and status outside and what they think before they just see what character really is.
All right. What's your thought, Musa?
Like Ezra was saying, character is shown more by character is shown more by what no one sees, because who you are when no one's watching is really who you are.
Subhanallah. And you're like, okay, that's what character. That's incredible. I love the thought process there. So many people would think, okay, so whatever we are seeing, that's what it is. But subhanallah, smart people like you, who are people of Qur'an, Ahlul Qur'an, they know that character or mannerisms is something more deep. It's not about if somebody is present in the room or not. Even if this time, if you're bringing your book to read or lounge, you're still not going to smash your book. You're not going to do that. Why? Because it's not about somebody's there or not. It's just built in you to have those correct manners. I just slammed it for, for explaining you purposes. So inshallah, that is clear. So let's go to this ayah for self-improvement. And by the way, reminding myself and all of us, whatever used to be, right? Yesterday is history. Today is a gift, so make the most of it. And tomorrow is a mystery, so unlock it in a beautiful mode. So let's start the self-improvement journey. Let's remind ourselves that I am going to become a better person in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by aligning my intentions with correct knowledge and actions, inshallah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in Surah An-Nisā, verse number 36, and I'm going to number some of these things so you can redefine your circles, redefine your mannerisms, who deserves the best. So the number one is wa'budullah, all right, which means that worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm going to pick a green color for that, and I would urge all those who want to join in this journey, go ahead and give green as an action item. So number one thing is my time, my energy, my effort should be on worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if I have been praying my salah, but I have shown up in, subhanallah, my hair messed up, I'm just showing up very lousy, it's time to realize that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees us, right? So next time I go to the prayer mat, why not I make sure that I'm dressed up properly, my socks if I need to cover. The more you read about the etiquettes of salah, you start following all those things that you need for following salah, and you be more conscious that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala deserves that I approach things with the best of my manners. So no more putting my shoes outside the shoe shelf if I'm going to the masjid, and I follow etiquettes and manners of wherever I am, be it at home or outside. So I do not make partners with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I don't do it for pleasing anybody, but only and only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this one I'm going to mark it in red, that wala tushriku bihi shay'a. Do not make any partners and associate nothing with him. Don't pray to impress mom or dad or somebody else, but it's only and only the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prescribed us, and only done to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The second number is bil walidaini ihsana. Right after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the second one is that you do ihsan to your parents. If you are able to, give them hug, do not talk over them, be polite and courteous with them. If they're away, a text, a call, a FaceTime, whatever can be done to show them that you are doing good to them, not bringing bad to them. Number third, wabizil qurba. What is that? To do to your relatives. So go out of your comfort zone to help others. Then you have yatama, which is orphans. Then masakin. What is masakin? Somebody whose life has come to a sukoon, sin kaf noon, that has come to a still. Maybe this person was very rich, but on the way, on a journey or somewhere, he's become stranded. So you are helping this person who is in need. All right. So this is who? This is the person in need. And if you are, a person who looks into things more closely, as I told you, it's sin, kaf, and noon. Let me pick a different color to explain this. So this is sin, kaf, and noon, from sakana, sukoon, that a life has come to a standstill. Maybe this person is very sad, and your little reach out can make this person happy, inshallah. It doesn't have to be just money all the time. There's lots of ways you can help. Now then, jari dhil qurba, the neighbor, the near neighbor, wal jaril junubi, the neighbor of the side, the neighbor farther away, was sahibi bil jambi wabnis sabil. Again, categories: the companion at your side, the traveler, and those whom your right hands possess. Wama malakat aymanukum. And why all these categories? Subhanallah, making us realize that it's not just I live, and I live as I please, and I have no accountability. The whole day is just to waste. No, we have responsibility responsibilities. Maybe on a snow day, checking with your neighbor if they need any help. Maybe they ran out of grocery or something, or sharing some milk or some eggs or things like that. So that will only help, that will only happen when you are connected. So how many of us even know the name of our neighbors living next door to us, behind us, in front of us? So it's so important that we realize our responsibility. And today, inshallah, we pledge at this time. It might come as heavy for you that, oh my God, so many things. I have to take care of myself, 5 salahs, sleeping, waking up on time, doing my salah, my saum, my zakah, my hajj in place. And then on top, helping my parents. And then I have this long list, orphans, needy, neighbors. How am I going to do that? So it all starts with an intention. So can we all make an intention right now that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I am very weak. I may not have, the capacity to do all this, but you help me, set me right, that I am full in all these areas, and protect me from just being self-deluded, just thinking that, oh, I am the best. I'm a Muslim, so I am the best. No. Inna Allah la yuhibbu man kana mukhtalan fakhura. So mark this with a red. Mukhtalan, in his khayal lam is a root word. Fakhura, fakhr. This is a person who is very boastful. All right. So this is something you don't want to be. And when we go to our case studies today, that's what I want you to look and reflect as to check that in any part of my life, am I falling into these categories by any chance, intentionally or unintentionally? So if this is clear so far, go ahead and type 36. That will remind you that this was Surah An-Nisā, verse number 36. Alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah khair. And let's move forward with that intention that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make me a person who is connected to the Quran, who is a true student of Q Connect, and it will show in our manners, in our social ethics, in our daily life, inshallah. So let's go ahead and just quickly, any one category that you want to put and write or say that you are going to focus for today specifically. One action that we can do in any of this category. As I told you, I have, a relative here with me and in my home. So I have the opportunity to go hug her, alhamdulillah, today. So what about you? Go ahead and share what is something that you can do, because knowledge demands action. What is one little thing that you can do?
Being good to your parents.
Being good to your parents. Lashira, can you build on that? How are you going to be good to your parents?
By helping them do chores and just going to them and saying that you appreciate them.
Really nice. I love that explanation. So even when you have that chore, I want you to identify, what chore am I going to do? Because sometimes we may do something and the other person may not like that thing is done. So definitely communication would be the key to connect. But that was a beautiful example for us all, that's one action item. All right. So all of us can write and take one action item before we move forward. Why? Because intentions need to transform into manners and our characters, how we're going to do that. In this journey through this Quran, the next ayah number 37 and 38, both of them kind of connect to enhance our action item list. The 37 says, Allazina yabkhaluna wa ya'muruna an-nas bil bukhl. So a big red mark. Go ahead and do that with yourself. Those who are stingy, or those who are telling people to be miserly. And then وَيَكْتُمُونَ مَا آتَاهُمُ اللَّهُ مِنْ فَضْلِهِ, and they try to hide, conceal what Allah has given them of His grace. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has prepared for the kafirin adab mahina. May Allah do not make us of those. May Allah protect us from bukhl. So Allahumma kini shoha nafsi. Oh Allah, protect me from the stinginess of my soul. And then there are those who are spending But what are they spending? To do what? Riyā An-Nisā, just to show off people. And they do not believe in Allah and His Day of Judgment. May Allah protect us from this as well. That finally you realize, okay, I can spend, but then that spending is just to show off people that, oh, I'm doing that. Because why? وَمَن يَكُنِ الشَّيْطَانُ لَهُ قَرِينًا فَسَاءَ قَرِينًا. And for whoever shaitan is a companion, then what an evil companion he is. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very, merciful. He's Rahman, He's Rahim. If we have some ups and downs in our salah, in prayer, in ibadas, Allah is so forgiving. But when it comes to people, when it comes to the rights and what we do around, it becomes, complicated, because if you're doing something for the wrong purpose, it creates a lot of ripple effect. So may Allah protect us from acting this way, inshallah. So let's update and keep updating our personal life, that how can I benefit from this set of ayahs, which is from 36 to 38. So number one, Tawheed, true Tawheed. So true sincerity to Allah, that all morality believes from belief in one God. And then these relationships, redefine your circles. The best manners, Rasulullah, somebody asked, he said, who is deserving of your best manner? First, your mother, then your mother, then your mother, and then your father. SubhanAllah. So Islamic ethics are very comprehensive, not selective. It's not like it's just going to stop the list over there. No, it extends to then, neighbors, companions, travelers, and so on and so forth. So even when you're sitting in a classroom, somebody sitting right next to you has a right over you. Even if you are in a digital space, the people in the Zoom room or the people on a Google Meet, they have a right over you. Subhanallah. So let's look at one of this right. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in verse number 86, وَإِذَا حُيِّيتُمْ, when a courteous greeting is offered, meet with a greeting still more courteous, or at least of equal courtesy. So what is this? فَحَيُّوا بِأَحْسَنَ مِنْهَا or رُدُّوهَا إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ حَسِيبًا. Allah takes careful account of all things. Somebody was walking by, you stepped out of your house, and your neighbor waved to you. What should you do? Your neighbor standing on his porch, he waved to you. What should you do? Ignore him? You can unmute and give me your answers.
We should greet him more.
We can wave back to that person, right? And so at least we can wave back. And if more, we can say, hey, how are you? Or somebody was walking by and they said, good morning. What should I do? Ignore this person? Pretend I didn't hear it? Or what should be my response?
Say good morning back.
Say good morning. Somebody was checking me out and they said, Merry Christmas. Now what should I do?
Stay quiet.
Or make it a better greeting back. You can say, all right, happy holidays. And if you have time, you can educate them. So do it with ihsan. Somebody said, Assalamu alaikum. You can say, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So when you are greeted, response back with something equal or more. Have you ever been in a situation where you said salam to somebody and the other person may not have listened, and you felt, sad that, oh my God, I said salam and I was not, or maybe I raised my hand, I was not responded. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking account of everything. If the other person has not listened to it, inshallah, their account will show that. So meet each other with an open, clear heart and do this word, mark this word, huyitum, hayya. This is all like gives life, subhanallah. So be ahsani minha, Allah make me a person who will give a more warmer salam. Somebody comes and says, Assalamualaikum. You give them a cheerful response back. You connect with them in a better way, inshallah. So manners are a moral obligation. So returning greeting is not just social etiquette, it's a moral responsibility. And subhanallah, when you are doing it with sincerity, it builds trust and acknowledges the other person's dignity. And we need to, inshallah, make an effort to remind ourselves that I'm going to be intentionally kind in everyday interaction. right? So everyday politeness is a part of worship. I cannot just wrap up my manners when I wrap up my sajada, that okay, my salah is done, now I can be whatever way I want. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent in the Quran, Abasa wa Tawalla, the surah that reminds that even a frown is being counted, subhanallah. And how you respond to others reflect your values more than how you initiate interactions. So Allah's mention of accountability emphasizes that even small interactions are recorded. Never underestimate, Rasulullah said, never underestimate a smile to your Muslim brother or sister. All right. Now, another thing before we start going to the case studies and you start telling me, okay, which one is right or wrong, is that we need to stay away from najwa. All right. What is this najwa? Najwa. And then whom is a pronoun here. So this najwa is a private conversation. Like for example, you're discussing a matter in this room, which is collective meeting, and then you don't bring up any concern at this time, subhanallah. And then you call somebody else separately and you say, hey, I have an issue with this thing and I think that they are doing wrong. This is like a secret counsel. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, no good is there in much of their private conversation except for those who enjoin charity or that which is right or consolation between people. And whoever does that seeking means to the approval of Allah, then we are going to give him a great reward. So yes, you can do a secret counsel, you can have that conversation if it's Islaham bainan nas. So let's mark it with a green. If there's something productive, you had something that you wanted to discuss one-on-one for some benefit, then yes, alhamdulillah, you can do that and you will have ajran azima for that, inshallah. So let's go ahead and highlight this verse 114 and type 114 that we will inshallah stay away from najwa and we'll look forward to only constructive content, constructive actions, constructive intentions, and constructive speech, not only in the digital space, on the real space as well. If you are ready for the case studies, then go ahead. Jazakumullah khair for those who are typing in. MashaAllah. So let's go ahead and look at these ayahs. Open up our Musaf, keep these in front of us, and see that we are going to care for the vulnerable as well. And with this responsibility identified, these social ethics defined for us, how I am going to interact with the companions even on my side, which includes classmates, co-workers, spouses, or anyone you interact with regularly, inshallah. Now, before we start going to the case study, I just want to tell you that Rasulullah ﷺ said, khayrukum khayrukum li ahli. All right, if you can write this in Arabic, because many a time we see that khayrukum man ta'allama al-Qur'ana wa 'allamahu. The best one of you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. But this is also really important, that the best of you is the one who is best to his family. May Allah make us of those, inshallah. And Rasulullah said, and I am best of you to my ahli, is like family. So here it's mentioned wives here, but it's like my whole family. So identify this. Can I hear this from all of you by unmuting? Khayrukum.
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 Li ahli.
Li
Ahli.
Excellent. So these three words, powerful words. Somebody is really annoying you, disturbing you, not working as per your expectation. Just remind yourself that I am going to be best to my family like the Prophet ﷺ. All right, because I will stay away from arrogance, thinking, oh, I am the best, from stinginess and showing off riyā and doing just good manners for a little while somebody is around and then going to my true self. No. So true worship is not only ritual, but it's how we treat people with humility and sincerity, inshallah. All right. So let us go ahead and see. Like this is about your najwa. If you want to add your notes on najwa, so if you want to add on your najwa that the most, okay, 1 second, sorry. All right. So this verse is about najwa, that most of the private conversations would harm unless encourage charity, promote goodness, or reconcile people. All right. So not every conversation deserves your participation. Ethical maturity means choosing silence or speaking for good. So it is reminding us to stay away from backbiting, gossip, secret plotting, and spreading conflict. Very, very important. Sometimes in the moment of just venting out, we end up in that, right? And speech is powerful. Therefore, believers are responsible for how they use influence, especially in private spaces. Let me ask you a quick question. Is it okay if we can go 10 minutes over? Go ahead and put in your vote. 1 means yes, 2 means no, I won't be able to stay. So go ahead and type in your words that yes, we can, or no, we cannot. 1 for yes and 2 for no. 1.3. I love that, inshallah. We'll try to be good. Jazakallah khairan kaseera for. May Allah bless each and every minute, and may you find it in Hasanat, inshallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us that we build ethical individuals and communities by combining faith, intention, sincere intention, respectful behavior, and responsible communication. Believers' character is measured most clearly in daily interaction and private choices. All right, so let's have that paper, jot down our thoughts on case study number 1. Who wants to read my case study number 1?
Again.
Go ahead.
A student posts videos of volunteering and charity work. The post can get likes and precise. Over time, the student feels less motivated to help unless posted online.
What's happening here? Any reflection?
Basically, the student is posting videos of like, I'm gonna help this person, like in online. So people would see this and they would like start liking it. But for instance, the student, it feels like less motivated to just help. Like in real time, they felt less motivated to help. In real time than just posting it online. I would say it's like they're not helping that much because it's on public.
I like that. Alhamdulillah. So what does these verses remind us? They're reminding us that it should be against for recognition only, like riyā, like just for showing off. So sincerity matters more than public approval. So if there's some action that needs to happen, if there's some help that you're doing, it's not necessary that it's always documented, it's always recorded, posted. So a person whose character or ethics is based on sincerity, that person will just do it anyways, inshallah, and he will or she will have reward with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? So is the good deed still meaningful if the intention changes? If I'm still doing a good deed, but my intention has changed, and now my intention is just to become famous or become rich, will that good deed help me? Yes or no?
No.
No. Excellent. So it's not going to help me. And how can teens balance sharing good causes without seeking validation? Not only just teens, all of us. What will be your suggestion?
You don't need a public recognition because, the only one who's going to see this is Allah. So.
SubhanAllah. That's very good. Alhamdulillah. Any other practical advice for this person? Trying to do a good cause and trying to get public validation. So again, there is a balance that needs to happen, because sometimes you need an outreach. You still have PR departments in, where you will disclose information that, hey, this is being done. Why? Because you want to reach further. Maybe you are feeding 10 people. You want to show what you're doing. Why? Because your goal is to reach 2,000 people or help more people out there. And you need people to do teamwork to achieve that dream work. So, but there has to be a balance, and we need to recheck our intention. All right. Who wants to go ahead with our case study number 2?
A private group chat starts discussing a classmate's mistakes. You don't type anything, but you stay in the chat and read everything.
Ooh, subhanallah. Happens a lot of times, right? You're in a group chat, you wake up, you see all that's going on, and somebody is being a victim. What does this teach us? What do you think? What should we do? Let this sink in. And when I connect it to this ayah, it teaches that this najwa is not going to be good. And most private conversations are harmful unless they promote good or peace. So if I'm just sitting there silently, this still means participation. Subhanallah, right? This is another thing. If it was happening and you didn't read it and you didn't go through it, and that's happening, but we will be questioned. There will be questions as to am I just staying silent? Is staying silent the same as agreeing? What do you guys think?
At least that
Yeah.
person, it is good, but at least that person who is in that chat is online and basically is listening, like reading everything what they're saying. That's what they're doing. Just being silent is a one option they can do.
Very interesting. What could be a solution here? This chat is going on. Even if that person has made a mistake, they're just openly discussing it and, defaming or saying bad things about this person. What would ethical speech look like in this situation?
I either be like talking to them just for like, having to educate them, or be like some people would have ghosted out.
I love that idea. So we have to educate those people and we can set the terms. We can let them know, okay, this is not acceptable, or explain to them. And if you are like an admin of the group, you can always take those conversations out so it is not hurting more. So if there's a matter that needs to be taken care, an ethical speech would take a better route. Now, I have another case study. A student ignores classmates they don't like. They refuse to greet them and only acknowledges a friend. So what's happening with this student? Is he showing respect?
No.
No, he's being selective. So what do we learn? That if somebody is saying salam, we should return the same at least, or make it better. Better is to make it better. And we need to have dignity and respect towards all people. Yes, that person cannot be your best friend, that's fine, but it doesn't make us being rude and arrogant towards anybody. Is that clear? So if you don't like somebody, we don't have to ignore that person. We can still have them. So do you think respect depends on personal liking?
No, it's because you need respect is like having to have anyone recognize that even if they don't know you, or you can still greet them.
Subhanallah. Maryam, how do small actions like greetings shape the culture?
They shape culture because it's the small things that kind of show what a person is actually like. It's like sometimes it's not the big gestures, and if you if you greet someone in a bad tone or something, then that shows your attitude towards them. But like if you say it enthusiastically, or like you give a little effort into it, then it shows respect towards the other person.
SubhanAllah, SubhanAllah. It's so amazing that it can make somebody's day and it can break somebody's day. So we have to be very, very careful. A student is polite and kind around teachers, but mock others when adults are not present. We have seen that many a times, right? So public image versus private behavior. Do you think this is acceptable? Yes or no?
No.
Not at all, subhanallah. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has reminded us that, we should not be insincere or arrogant. And integrity means consistency in public and private. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us realize that true behavior is a stronger test of character. So private behavior is a stronger test of character. So how does accountability to Allah change this mindset? What will help us to stay away from this kind of a behavior? What will help us?
Either they would like to expose their like your inside behavior, and to see who you like. That will change you, or to at least educate them to behave properly
Yes,
to
and
adults, even if the adults are not around.
So inshallah, knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching me will help me realize that I have to be same here, there, and everywhere, inshallah. So let's say there are two friends. This is case study number 5. We will just do one more, okay? Two friends stop talking after an argument. Other chooses sides and spreads rumors instead of helping them reconcile. Is that a correct way of action?
No.
Not at all, subhanallah. So what should we do? We should be trying, and by the way, there's a huge benefit of reconciling some people who are upset with each other. So take some time. If you've noticed that somebody is not talking to the other person or somebody is not meeting, just check on them and see how can we bring them together, right? So why do people prefer drama over peace?
It depends on if it is sort of, a breakup to those friendships, and if they just stop talking, some people like their own friends will try to get them back. Or
And one of the main reason why do people prefer drama over peace is that we do not see our enemy, but he is behind us. People are not bad, but shaitan is really, really bad. He will, try to do all kind of things to create conflicts. And inshallah, as a smart student, as a smart person, we can help to resolve them. All right. So we're going to look at one last one to connect to our learning to the ayah today, that a teen is respectful to friends and teachers, but so dismissive or rude to parents and siblings. One of the sign of the day of judgment as well, when kids will be disrespectful to their parents. What's happening here? Subhanallah. So what do we need to remind or remember? That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala places family respect at the heart of the ethical conduct. So remember, khayrukum li ahli is so important. Just 3 words. We said that so easy. But why is respect at home often the hardest? Give me your thoughts. Why is it so hard?
it's like some people would wear a mask over the top when they were going on public.
I love it how you said it, that they're like wearing a mask. Subhanallah. Musa, what do you think? Respecting his home, why is this so hard?
Maybe it's because people at home are more comfortable and more open to their parents and siblings. But when you're outside, you meet new people and you barely know them. So that's why you give more respect to them than your parents.
I love this. And I have been trying to investigate this even for myself. So I recently, was taking a seminar with Tony Robbins, and may God, grant him the best and provide him guidance as well to the right path. And I loved how he talked about that a person can have multiple dimensions. So a same personality can have so many dimensions. So sometimes we can be the best to the outwards, but within our own homes, we just take people for granted that, okay, I said this once, I said this twice. Now they are not understanding, so I'm going to let go and I'm going to remove all barriers and start becoming disrespectful. But that's not we should do. And that's where the more we stay connected to the Qur'an, every night when we recite Surah Sajda, it reminds us that wa'fu wasfahu, turn a brand new page. So a real character looks like beautiful when even no one is watching, even when we are within our own homes. So again, as I said, if whatever happened, so check yourself, don't wreck yourself. It's never too late to go and say sorry to your own loved ones. Tell them, I'm starting back, I'm starting afresh. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is evaluating my character based on my private messages, intentions, and daily interactions, I want it all to be cleaned up now. So take a deep breath, say Alhamdulillah, I am alive, and I am going to remind myself that worship shapes behavior and character is tested in my relationships. So intention will determine the value, but speech carries accountability. So true good manners come from humility, compassion, and sincere intention. So I work on my sincere intention. So I look at my parents as my prize. I look at my parents as a reason for bringing to me to this world, subhanallah. And I would always try to be respectful towards them. And respectful communication builds strong and caring communities. A believer uses words to heal, help, and unite, not to harm or divide. So always check before you say anything. If it's good, say it. And Rasulullah said, if anybody of you believes in, the last day of judgment, then either say good or stay silent. So here are some reminder checklists for your do's based on what we learned today. And inshallah, from simplistic thing to responding to greetings with a better greeting or at least an equal one, and making sure that you're mindful that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us, and staying away from private conversations which are not beneficial unless it encourages charity, promote goodness, or help reconcile between people. And redefining your circles. Some of the don'ts we talked about, that avoid arrogance and pride, stinginess, doing good deeds to be seen by others, and avoid gossip, negativity, and harmful talk, right? So speech should bring peace and benefit. So say to your own mind right now as well that relax, you can do this. Rasulullah said, the best amongst you are those who have the best manners and character. So do I want to be amongst that category of akhyarikum? Yes, then I have to focus on my khuluq, on my character. Rasulullah said, a true believer does not involve in taunting or frequently cursing others or in indecency or abusing. So no more spinning my head, frowning, looking down on people, and instead choose to stay calm and remind yourself, it's even those simple words. Qala Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, la taghdab. Do not be angry. Do not be angry. So you can quickly write these words for yourself and take them away from your life, put them on a piece of paper, and then cross it. Whatever you might have been saying, oh, I hate this. No more. I'm not going to say this anymore. So I'm going to replace them with all wonderful things that I can say. Why? Because a believer does not taunt others. He does not curse others. He does not use profanity, and he does not abuse others. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us of those believers, inshallah. So some of the key things that we learned today is that being a believer will shape our behavior. So from belief to behavior, that's going to happen once we truly believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And respect is universal. It's not like I'm just going to respect a Muslim and not respect a non-Muslim. No. Ethical conduct applies to family, community, and strangers alike. And sincerity matters most. Good actions lose value when driven by pride, showing off, image, or any such thing. It will become, like of no weight on the day of judgment. So why do you want to invest so much time on doing something which will have no weight on the day of judgment? So speech has a moral weight and social responsibility, promoting good over harm, and intentional conduct. These are all some things that we need to be mindful of, inshallah. So before you go and exit today, I just want to hear these 3 words of the Prophet ﷺ reminding us a big guideline. So khayrukum li ahli. Can I hear them from you?
خيركم
ahli.
Ahli. Allahumma ja'alna minhum. May Allah make us of these. The best of you are those who are best to your families. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us of being of these, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us start this self-enrichment journey, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us stay connected to the Creator. So choosing differently does not mean being inferior. If somebody is not respecting you, somebody is not following all these, and you're still being polite, then you still have rewards for that. All right. And respect matters more than status, and Islam honors the effort, not the social labels. So just do everything with dignity and sincerity. Dream it, dua it, and do it. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us all achieve through actions, inshallah, journey from being Muslim to moment to a Mohsin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun al mursaleen walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Right is right even if no one is doing it, and wrong is wrong even if everyone is doing it. وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. By time, mankind is in loss except for those who believed, who did the righteous deeds, and who reminded each other of truth, and who reminded each other of patience. May Allah make us of those. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And before you go, if you can just share one takeaway that you're taking with yourself on your journey to self-improvement, and may Allah accept your extra minutes here in the classroom. Yeah, go ahead, Azra. You can go first, and you can leave one by one. Inshallah, we'll mark your attendance.
Be caring to the vulnerables, and if you also can be fixed with your inner self and your outside, even though no one is watching you, Allah is watching you always.
Jazakumullah khair. All
You
right.
should be good to your like parents, your relatives, your like nearby neighbors, the orphans, the needy.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. Okay, Maryam, the other Maryam who I've not heard your voice. And Maryam, if you are ready, you can also say yours.
Be careful what you say to others because it could make or break their day.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah, Hasant. You can even type on the chat box, inshallah. And if any questions, I'll stay in the room. Otherwise, inshallah, we'll call it a day here. And just reminder, next week, inshallah, we have our Empowering Future Entrepreneurs. I'm looking forward to exciting showcase event from your side and the whole community to benefit. You can most welcome to invite anybody and everybody, inshallah. And following February 15th, we will have the charity event, inshallah, drive. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable you to remember that you are a rising star, you are smart, you are blessed, alhamdulillah, and you can do anything, inshallah. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you, and we will have a little gift for you from Revive the Sunnah. Calendars are here, so inshallah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's permission, we all get to meet, see each other in person, and collect our beautiful gifts as well. Allahumma kama hasanta khalqi fahassin khuluqi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Continue to let your light shine. Fi amanillah.
So like what get
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. And just putting this out there, if anybody has any questions, comments, queries regarding the programming, anything, most welcome to reach us out at risingstarkidsprogram@gmail.com. Azza, you want to say something?
No, sorry.
Okay, all right. Are you ready for your entrepreneur market?
Yeah.
Okay, alhamdulillah, we're all excited. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.